see here. Let's get the screen going and talk about what's going on here. So 1 o'clock in the morning, I decided to say, all right, I've been up a little late. It's time to go to bed. But then like a video started getting locked, right? I got a locked video on the Inside Star Citizen Review, and I'm like, what? I've never seen this before in my life. So as you can see here, it's more than just one video now. So we got a private locked video that now only I can see. If you go into it, it's private locked, and I can't do anything. If I click, I'm clicking, I can't do anything. It's private locked, okay? Restrictions, terms, and policies. This video has been made private by YouTube. Now, if I push appeal, right, this is the best part. Appeal not available. So the first time I saw this, I said to myself, all right, so they blocked it and I can't appeal it and I don't know what's going on. So then I talked with the first service tech who said, make sure you log out, clear the cache and the cookies, blah, blah, blah. It was horrible help, by the way. YouTube's support line is absolutely abysmal. And no offense against the people that are actually doing these types of jobs, because I know these jobs probably are miserable jobs. And they're outsourcing them to other countries because when you talk to these people, obviously they're having some issues with English, and that's nothing against them. They're just trying to make money and make a living. I get it. This is American corporate greed and bullshit. Okay? So when I go back into it, right? Now, these are all private videos that I'm ready to release to you guys, but I'm worried if I release them that they're just going to get cock-blocked anyway. If I release these videos, I'm worried that these videos are just going to end up getting cock-blocked. I put these videos out to you guys, and they're probably going to the same thing. I've got a whole page now of private blocked videos. Private block, the whole goddamn page, private block. So it started out with one. I asked for the help. I did what the dude said. Boom, nothing happens. And then I get another video. So now it's 2 o'clock in the morning, right? Now I get another video that gets private blocked. And I'm like, oh, shit. So then I go back into because I got a nice little chat button. If I push it right here, which actually it's unavailable right now. Look at that. Because I've reached out to them so much, I can't even click it anymore. They've disabled the chat for me. Because I've reached out to them 4 times about these issues, and now they've actually disabled the chat. I can't even get help anymore. This is how crazy this fucking... There is no technical support. There's no help here, right? This shit is taking way too long. As a creator, I start to see this stuff, and I'm like, dude, I've been doing this 12 years. I've been doing this since like 2010-ish. Like not serious until 2015, 2016, because I did a vlog thing and the whole thing. But I'm very aware of like community guidelines and policies. So then I'm like, well, why? Like, what is the reason that these videos are being locked? Like, why are they being locked? I can't appeal them no matter where I go. On every video, it says appeal not available. I did what the guy said. I can't appeal them. So I'm going in here and I'm looking at them and I'm trying to figure out why I've been cock blocked by YouTube. Or is it YouTube that's doing it? Is somebody flagging my videos? I get no answers. I still have no answers. And then I got an email from the second support guy, and the second support guy said that I'm doing something against community guidelines, that some of these videos that they're blocking are considered spam videos. Apparently I'm making spam videos, everybody. Spam videos, and something about deceitful practices. And I'm like, okay, that's wonderful, because I've been doing this for, how many years now? And now this is what I'm getting. Now, this is the interesting thing that I'm starting to understand here. I'm complaining, right? I'm complaining, so it's against community guidelines. By the way, I'm reading chat. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm paying attention to what you're saying. I'm just trying to vent and get this out, because I'm going to actually release this highlight, and I guarantee that this highlight will probably also get private locked as well, because everything seems to be getting private locked. As you can see here, I've got a whole page now. So it started out as 1 or 2, and now it's almost every video. The ones that aren't private blocked are just privated by me and not released yet. And I can guarantee you that when I release them, they're going to get private locked as well. So everything is starting on the channel to become private locked. All the videos that you're seeing are starting to slowly, I'm getting email through my Gmail. I'm getting all these emails now that are like literally taking every single video, and they're just basically private locking every single video that I've got. It's the craziest thing because apparently my videos are spam and against community guidelines for deceitful practices. So then I started to realize something. I started to put a new section in my description. Do you want to read the description here? Let's read the description. I can read it for you guys because this is very small. But this section is a new section that I put in my description. I want to read this section to you because I've had no problems with YouTube up until this point. I put this in the description about a week and a half ago. The interesting thing is all the videos that were banned have this description in them. And I've since had to censor myself because of this. And I left one of these original for you guys because there's older videos that have this in as well. And I had to go back because I made all these changes to try and, correct myself for YouTube. But let me read this for you and read what it says. By becoming a supporter, this is for people who support my channel, because we need the support for DG360. So this is my little blurb to support DG360. Here's what it says. By becoming a supporter, you are directly supporting our community, and you are directly supporting those we promote here on the channel, because that's what we like to do. We like to help people out who they most definitely deserve it. I think it of utmost importance that we focus on content that you enjoy and not what the YouTube algorithm picks because of corporate greed. We give this platform called YouTube back to the YouTubers. That's why what we do here on DG360 is important. Thank you for your consideration. So you understand what's going on here, right? I just want to make people aware of what's going on here because I just kind of put this in the description about a week or 2 weeks ago. I started putting this in the description because I realized a lot of people are getting shit on in the YouTube community, especially those people that are just starting out, especially the first time creators that are trying to get their videos out there and to get noticed because of the system that YouTube has designed, the system that the algorithm regulates, right? And that is to support the people that make them the most money. And that is what you see on your feed. That is what you see on your home screen. That is what you see. And everybody else who's trying to get seen really doesn't get seen because it's not natural. It's not organic anymore. It's not because of grassroots support anymore. It's because an algorithm feeds you what it thinks you want to see, right? And so when I put this in here, when I put this in the description, right? Because I've always been one to test the system. I've always been one for free speech. I've always been one to be telling it like it is. I've always been that guy. Since the very creation, since my own creation, this is who I am. This is what I've always stood up for, right? So I said to myself, you know what? Maybe I am the new algorithm, because of my ego, because of my vanity, my narcissism. These are the qualities that you come back to DG360 for. This is what I'm known for, okay? I don't like it, not necessarily the best traits to exemplify, but, kind of funny and kind of silly and entertainment. Let's be real, okay? So I decide that I'm going to put this in here, that this particular section is the section I think that they're really pissed about. And it is, and I'll repeat it again. I think it of utmost importance that we focus on content that you enjoy and not what the YouTube algorithm picks because of corporate greed. That's what they're pissed off about, right? So instead of reaching out to me, instead of having a civil conversation, instead of somebody emailing me, somebody at YouTube probably saw this and said, we got to start banning all the videos. So now because of my comments, my on this description, this is what's happened to me. So now I go, now you can see the result of so I'm trying to, this is called free speech, right? I don't think it's violating the terms and policies that they set forth and their terms of service. I don't think I'm violating anything. I'm just stating it the way that I see that it is. If I have to bow down now and I have to, take that particular section out, which, what's really fucking crazy, and I hate myself for doing this. I actually took that out to see if it would change anything because, as shitty as it is, I actually rely on some of this income to help my family out to feed them. I actually rely on this income and it's not much. I'll show you right now, just so you know. I'm completely transparent. I'll show you my analytics right now. Look at this. This is what I made. this month so far, $244.41. Whoop-de-whoop-de-doo. 244. What is that worth with inflation nowadays? Is that like a $20 bill? Is that like a $20 bill? That's the big money I'm making as a YouTuber. $244. And here I am going for scraps, and I have to worry about, being censored by big corporate America for $244.41. So you can see how that affected my channel on the analytics. Let's go to the analytics. Let me show you what I see as a YouTuber. The second that happens, look at the flat. Look at this above me. See, I'm doing okay. I'm doing great. I'm doing great. And then right here is when it starts. Boom. This is when they put the cock block on. Okay, so it's 1 a.m. in the morning, and boom, shut me down. Okay, so now you can see what happens. So now I get shut down. Now the videos are starting to No, it's a purposeful ban. I explained it. If you missed it, go back, watch this VOD. You'll see it. And I'll put this highlight out to YouTube, and I can guarantee you one thing. I can guarantee you when I put this out that they're going to do the same thing, and they're going to private lock it and say I did something against terms of service, and, I'm spam and deceitful practices and a whole bunch of bullshit. So, I reached out to them over like 4 times, and now I can't even click the chat for help anymore. Because there is no help. There really isn't. So this is what I'm dealing with. Apparently, I'm a deceitful person. Apparently, all I do is spam. I've been YouTubing for 12 years now, and apparently because I speak my mind, that's not cool. I can't do that anymore. I can't speak my mind. Okay, all right. And in a sense, there's also another way to look at this. They're my employer, and I'm the employee, right? In terms of that, you could look at it like that, and okay, great. So I take that little blurb out. Okay, great. So I censor my speech, right? I don't say the way that it is. I change the person that I am. Is that really the YouTube platform that we remember? Most of us that are old school. And that's really the problem also. I remember YouTube from the start, right? There's not a lot of people on YouTube that remember YouTube the way that YouTube originally came out. And when YouTube came out, so is the way of all these platforms. They come in and they go, we're the super friendly the platform that accepts all types of speech, and we want you to come in because they need that adoption, because they need the adoption. They want you to come in. Everything's great. Everything's wonderful. And then once they got you and they lock you in, then they put on the constraints. Then they monetize every single thing. Then they bring in an algorithm that fucks everybody. That's especially the newer content creators that are trying to make it. And then, then they become super greedy, right? And that's exactly what happened to Netflix. Same thing happened to Netflix. You come in, it's $5 a month. It's, this is better than cable. Come on in. We're raising it to $7. Okay, all right. Okay, we're raising it to $10. Okay, all right. We're raising it to $15. Wait a second, what's going on? Now we're raising it to $20. See, same thing happens, right? Corporate greed just gets crazy, goes out of control. They're super friendly to start. Let's bring in the adoption, right? And then once they got that critical mass number, boom, then they start fucking charging you up the ass. And now same thing's happening with YouTube, and it's sad to see. YouTube platform's done it, and I've never really had too many issues with YouTube. In fact, I've had more issues with Twitch than I've had with YouTube. So this is one of the first things that I've really gone through with YouTube that is a serious issue for me. Serious issue for me. So I'm not quite sure what's going on. It could be somebody that's a douche that's flagging my content. It could be somebody that's coming in here that's flagging the content and just thinking they're playing games with me. Could be that as well. I'm not quite sure what it is at this point. I have no idea what it is. But, I'm not too happy with what's going on personally. I don't care how to start my sentences. I'll start my sentences any way I see fit, Florida Man. Florida Man says, why don't you start your sentences with, in my opinion? I would imagine that that's pretty much understood, that when I'm speaking that, most of these things are in my opinion. These are my opinions. That's, if you're watching me, you're here for my opinions. So, I mean, it's factual that you can see that I'm being attacked or that something's happening here. And they can't even tell me what exactly are the violations. I said, tell me where the timestamps are. Give me the timestamps. Now on this next page, everything's fine, but that won't be the way. This first page is when it starts. So it's 1 video, 2 video, blah, 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 list down here. And then, it's probably going to happen video after video after video after video. So I don't know, guys. It's just really got me bummed out. It's really got me bummed out because, for me, it makes me start to think like, why even bother? Yeah. The problem is like there's really no other platforms than Twitch or YouTube. There's really no other and I'm old school. It's a pain in the ass for me to switch platforms back and forth and go to other platforms. It's like, okay, you need the adoption as a content creator. See, they got you. They've got you by the short hairs. They've got you by the laurels. They understand that they have the most amount of eyes, the most amount of people, so they can get away with this type of stuff, which is the craziest part of all this is that, where are you going to go really as a content creator to get more attention, especially if you're doing this as a living and you're trying to make some type of headway and gain a community and gain a mass of people that they can help your cause. And it's a sad thing. It's just a sad thing to me because I'm at a moment in my life where I'm almost like thinking to myself, like, fuck it. Like I'm almost to this point where it's getting so hard. It's really getting so hard to the point where it's like, why do I even bother anymore? And then Wickstreet, I had a talk with Wickstreet this morning, who's in Discord, and he was super nice. And he was like, hey, DG, we actually appreciate what you do. And, he's an Army guy. And I was like, don't worry, dude. Like, I always fight. I'm just pissed right now. Like, I always get up and fight. I'm at a fuck it inflection point. It's kind of where I'm at. DG Tube says sluggish. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. I just wanted to update you guys on what was going on with the channel. And let's get back to the morning show, shall we? I can't even talk about this because, the problem is everything I do now, I feel like if I'm uploading the highlights from the stream to YouTube, it's almost pointless because it's just going to somebody's going to flag it if some douche is out there flagging it, or YouTube's going to hit it. So it's almost like, I'm doing this for, what am I doing this for? Like if it just gets taken down, I'm doing this for you guys, and that's why I'll keep doing it. Like at the end of the day, I'm doing this for you guys, and I'm doing this for me because I like hanging out with you guys. And the real point of this all is like my heart is here. I love chilling and hanging out with you guys, and I got to remember why it is that I'm doing this. And it's just to create a wonderful community of people and really just have a good time with you guys. Like at the end of the day, this is like a therapy for me. This is really what I love to do. Makes me feel good hanging out with you guys. But when I see this bullshit here, it really makes me look at the world and say, yep, here it is. Here's the state of the world, because it extends out farther than this. This is a way to limit somebody's speech. This is a way to dampen it. And they're doing it because they know it hits me where it counts, and that's helping my family and helping this community, which you guys are my family as well. I know that's corny to say. I know that you hear that all the time, people saying fam and shit and all this. I say it too, but I mean it. Like you guys are my family. I hang out with you 2 days every week, and I absolutely have a wonderful time doing it. And so when people take that away from me, I get really upset, because I already know for a fact that I've been shadow banned back and forth on both platforms, both Twitch and YouTube. I mean, come on. I've been hanging out with you guys for years. I've been making content for years, and I've seen my analytics compared to other people that do the same thing, right? And I've seen how the algorithm doesn't really support me the way that they support other people. And it's because somebody decided to click a switch and say, nah, not this dude. Too edgy, too whatever, too doesn't fit the norm. It isn't like, hi everybody, welcome to this wonderful episode of blah, blah, blah. You know, like, or, you know, I don't know what it is, but I know for a fact I've been shadow banned, and now they're just going straight for the jugular, and they're like, fuck it, you know, like, let's just start taking his shit away. Let's just hit him, you know. So